everybody, and welcome to Master Eats. Today we're making a quick and easy meal that I made when I was only about 13 years old. Tell you a little story. Someone had given my mom a cookbook from around the world recipes, and this recipe was in there, and I changed it up just a little bit. It's not the original recipe, but it's called Moqueca, and it is a Brazilian fish stew. And generally in Brazil, they would use some kind of white fish, like maybe cod or something like that. But when we go to the beach, I like to use mahi, normally fresh caught. This one is frozen and unthawed. And it's just really flavorful. It has coconut milk in it, a very tomatoey, fragrant broth. And we're gonna start cooking. I'm gonna go through the ingredients, and this is gonna be a really super easy meal you can make when you come home from work. So what we have today is about a couple pounds of mahi, already kind of cut up in serving sizes. I have about 4 Roma tomatoes cut up, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, it's pretty color and a little bit of flavor. For the heat, I have a jalapeno, and you can take the seeds out if you want, but if you like the heat, which we do, leave them in. We have about 4 cloves of garlic here, and guess what this guy is?
Is that what I think it is?
What is it, Jim?
Is that the Vidalia onions?
That's right. Now, if you don't have Vidalia onion, truly you can use a Spanish onion. That will give great flavor as well. I have here the zest of 1 lime, and we're going to use the juice of the lime as well. And these are just some cut up extra limes for serving. Some green onions for the finish. And in here I have 1 teaspoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a little bit of Creole seasoning. This is just my favorite blend. It already has sodium in it, some salt and black pepper, so we may not add too much of that here. And you could use whatever you choose to use, whatever brand, but again, it's almost gone. But this is some fish sauce, and this is just for enhancing the flavor of the fish. Okay, here we have the equivalent of 1 can of coconut milk. Now, for those of you who don't know that coconut milk comes in a can, you might have seen it in an actual box. Well, if you go into the section that says the Asian section, you'll see it in a can, or in some Caribbean sections. Do not buy the one that has all the sugar. Otherwise, you'll be making a cocktail instead of our fish stew. So let's get started. Okay, we have our pot heating up on medium high, and I'm gonna add about 2 good tablespoons of olive oil to heat up. I'm just gonna test it just a little bit. Okay, it's sizzling already. We're gonna add our vegetables to this. Right, and if you notice in the back, I already have 2 quarts of stock going here, and this is homemade vegetable stock. I normally use some of the ends of my vegetables to make stock. And we're gonna saute this until the onions are translucent and the veggies have cooked a little bit. And then we're gonna add our tomatoes in. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. So if you look in here, you see the vegetables kind of really softening. You see how the onions are getting translucent? This is where you want to add your tomatoes. We're going to add all those tomatoes in, and our paprika and cayenne pepper. We're going to stir that around. And now we're going to let this cook down for about another 5 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, so our tomatoes have gone down just a bit, and I'm going to turn this down on medium heat, and I'm going to start adding my broth. Oh, it's already fragrant with all those veggies. And bring it to a slower simmer.
So, Mom, since this is a fish episode, I gotta ask a couple of little questions.
Sure.
What's your favorite kind of fish to eat?
Well, my 2 favorite is mahi and ahi tuna.
Ahi tuna.
Anybody that knows me knows that's my go-to fish.
Nice. And the second is, how do you prefer your fish to be prepared for each one?
So on the tuna, raw.
Okay.
And mahi, this is one of my favorite ways to cook mahi. I also do like a little Spanish version of this for Christmas Eve that we have every year.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'm gonna add about a good tablespoon of fish sauce, and that is the end of my fish sauce. I seem to be using everything. And then I'm gonna add my coconut milk. And you see all that? Don't be scared. It's not curdled. It's the cream. Okay, we're gonna give this a little whirl. See how pretty that color is?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
That coconut milk is working its magic.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna add the rest of that broth, Junior. And when we come back, we're gonna add some lime juice and the fish, and we'll be all done.
See you then.
Okay, so on the fish is a little bit of Creole seasoning and the lime zest. And we're gonna just gently drop the fish in to that broth, and it's pretty much gonna cook in that hot broth. I have not turned off the fire yet. It is still on medium, but it hasn't come to an actual boil yet. Get all that goodness in there. And I'm gonna squeeze this lime juice all in there.
She accidentally got the cameraman.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's a really juicy lime. All right, and just a little bit more. This lime doesn't have any seeds for some strange reason, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Seedless lime.
All right, and I'm just gonna let that come to a bubble. So it should take it about 5 to 6 more minutes. And then I'm gonna serve it out. Yummy. And that's how quick we made dinner tonight. Be right back. Okay, so our moqueca is done. If you can look in here, Junior, you'll see all the pretty vegetables, the fish, and the broth. I mean, it looks amazing, and it looks like something that you've cooked all day, and it pretty much took me like 20 minutes. So hand me your bowl, Junior. Let me serve you up some.
All right, there you go.
I'm gonna get you a nice little slab of fish here. And some of the broth. And the tomato mixed with the coconut milk really makes for a beautiful broth. And that's really what I want you to try is the fish and the broth. I know you're not gonna eat all these veggies.
Oh, I mean, I was
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. I was gonna tell you to add more.
Alright, here you go. And we're gonna serve it up today with just some regular buttered jasmine rice. And here is a lime wedge. Please.
You recommend me squeeze that?
Mm-hmm. Here, you want me to?
Sorry, I'm a multitasker. I got
Okay.
this. I got this. I'm a cameraman / professional lime squeezer. So I got that. Do you want your bowl?
No.
Oh, you just wanted to try it? Okay.
Yeah, you can put some rice in it if you want to try it with the rice.
Nah, it's okay. You know what? Let's get the spoon over here. And...
Does it smell yummy?
Oh, here. I'm going to let you guys smell too. This is what we're going to do together. All right, word. That smells really good, by the way. It does. All right, I'm going to try not to chew obnoxiously. So I'm just going to keep the camera up here and hope for the best.
It's hot. Tell me about the broth and the fish.
The two things going on immediately is the coconut milk and the tomato. Those are the first two things you taste. And the fish is cooked really nicely. It's not chewy, it's not rubbery. It kind of falls apart. It's kind of not literally melting like butter in your mouth, but that's pretty much the concept.
Yep. So, I mean, this is so simple to make, and pretty much it's all ingredients that we had in the fridge. And it's fresh and it's yummy. So please like our videos, please subscribe, And we're really loving the comments, so keep it coming. If there's something that you want to see us cook that you've eaten at my house before, please do say so. And I'll be more than happy to make it. We have a lot more videos to share with you. So please, please stay tuned, stay well, stay happy, stay healthy, be safe, and be blessed until we see you again next time.